Hi there, my name is Mike Ruman. I am the founder of Parenting Academy. And today I want to talk about a new tool I made. It's called the Parenting Scorecard. Now, I got to preface this with I'm a data geek. I love data, I love numbers, and I wanted to build a tool that could judge how I'm doing as a parent. Now, you may say that's impossible, but what I wanted to do was build a tool where we can try and measure how we're doing as a parent. It's called the Parenting Scorecard. And the idea is it's simple, it's short. The questions are built so they're open-ended, so it'll spark discussions. And there is a built-in rating system. I'm using a little bit of trickery, a little bit, but there's a rating system built in. And the goal is to give a constant feedback loop between the parent and the child. So how am I doing? We're going to ask these same questions over and over. For me, this is a weekly sit down with my kids one-on-one and ask them these questions. For you, it might be once a month, every 2 weeks, whatever works for you. So let's look at the scorecard. So the idea is you print this off. You can laminate it. You can print one off each week and fill them in. But the idea is that you have this in your back pocket whenever you need it. And so what I do is I give you how to use it on the one side. The other side is the actual scorecard. And so the first question is, which emoji best represents how I'm doing as a parent? This is the rating system. From left to right, think of it as a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And so if you're consistently in the middle with the no smile or no frown, that's a 3. On a scale of 1 to 5, that's a 3. And so I tested this first with an actual 1 to 5 or 1 to 10 with my kids, and it didn't work. So I chose these emojis as a better representation of what a 5 could look like. And so we start out with this rating system. You know, the kid will point to the emoji that they think that how you're doing. And please do not take it personal if they point towards the sad face. The next questions are going to kind of walk through and hopefully answer why they picked sad face. And so the next one is, what is one thing you are grateful for that I do? And the goal of this is to kind of start out with some positive feedback. Kind of set the mood, but also, what's something you're doing well? I mean, we all want to hear that as parents. So before we get into the needs improvement, let's talk about what am I doing well as a parent? Now, the next question, what is one thing I could do better? So when I first sat down with my son and asked him this, he stared at the ground, he thought through it. But then he said, I wish when you played Balloons, which is this kids game that I really enjoy playing on the iPad. He's like, I wish when you played Balloons, you would do it when we're not here at home, so you weren't so distracted and you could talk to us. That was hard to hear as a parent, but it was needed. And I felt my son was in a safe place where he could give me that feedback without feeling that I was going to be very defensive with it. And so this third question, just take it, try and find something you can improve upon as a parent. The next question, what's something important to you that I may not know about? A relationship, something that hurts. And the goal of this question is to maybe they're being bullied at school and they don't really know when to talk about that. So this one you can kind of pry a little bit, but what I'm trying to find with this question is what's something I don't know about, and here's a good opportunity to tell me in a safe place. And then the last question is, what would make this week amazing for you and I? And what my kids have said is that we do mandates, we do one-on-one dates, and 2 of the 4 said they want to do a mandate with me or with their mom. And so what that told me was they enjoy the mandates, because I was honestly expecting, like, if you bought me this Lego set, it would be an amazing week, but they didn't. They talked about one-on-one time with mom or dad. And so, try and take that feedback, not as a, hey, you can do whatever you want, but what would make this week amazing? Maybe it's reading a book with me, before bed at night. Try and find something actionable from your kid with this question. And then at the bottom of the scorecard, I have some bonus questions. So if you hit a wall with what is one thing I could do better, maybe you take a detour and do some of these bonus questions to kind of get their brains thinking a little bit. So at the bottom there, you'll see those bonus questions. Feel free to use those throughout the scorecard process or even at the end. They're just kind of fun questions to hear from your kids. So that's the Parenting Scorecard. You can find more at parentingacademy.com. I hope you enjoyed it. This is a new tool I made. If you have feedback, I would greatly appreciate that. And we'll see you again. Bye.